Welcome back to Cool Array, the newest channel bringing you the coolest content. We're just a few seconds away from what's cool today. KFC. If you live here in the States, chances are you know exactly what you're getting when you see that face. Colonel Sanders. That white hair and that bow tie sitting on top of those three famous letters, KFC, lets you know that you're about to bite into 11 herbs and spices from America's favorite fried chicken restaurant. That savory flavor coupled with that buttermilk biscuit is a memory we can all taste. And whether you choose mashed potatoes, coleslaw, or macaroni and cheese, you know exactly what to expect when you step inside the Colonel's restaurant. However, once you travel far east, things might not be so simple. Take China, for instance. Until late 1987, they had no Western fast food restaurants. So at that time, KFC opened its first location in Beijing, which turned out to be a great idea. The Chinese population loved it. So much so that in 1988, that Beijing location was one of the highest grossing locations in the company. So they continued to build. Now KFC has over 8,000 locations just in China alone, grossing billions in revenue per year. So, what do you call KFC in China? Well, it depends. Take a look at this location. It may be easy to overlook the C being a G. That's right, KFG. And take a look at Colonel Sanders. That's not quite the Colonel Sanders that we know and love here in the States. As a matter of fact, this looks like a younger Chinese guy. Now, of course, they do serve fried chicken, but I'm not sure it's the same 11 herbs and spices that we're all used to. The font with those letters and that red background makes it clear what look they were going for, but not quite the same thing. As if that wasn't confusing enough, take a look at another KFG that seems more like they're paying homage to Fu Manchu. Well, at least they did use the blue background for theirs. And it doesn't stop there. This KFG looks extremely similar inside and out to the KFC we all know and love. Looks like this time they used Colonel Sanders' grandson on his Chinese side. Nevertheless, while in China, double check the sign to make sure you're going into a KFC and not a KFG. Here's another restaurant that follows the mantra, imitation is the best form of flattery. Here you have KFD. Well, at least they were able to follow the blueprint a tad bit better, keeping their colonel around the same age, just obviously of Chinese descent, to give it that hometown feel. At this location, in addition to the delicious fried chicken, you'll also get local flavors like squid and seaweed. Kelp, anyone? Next, we'll travel across town to another restaurant that might give you that familiar feeling. Step inside and you look up and realize, wait, that's not Colonel Sanders. Where are we? MFC? That's right, MFC. Yet another fried chicken restaurant with a bit of a twist. This location also has a similar color scheme and layout once you sit down inside the restaurant. With it being so close to what you know and love, from the lettering on the menus to how close they got the mascot, this may be the closest feeling that you would get to that down-home stateside grub. Another location that might catch you off guard is KDL. Now, your guess is as good as mine for what the L stands for, but judging by this mascot, it might just be Lady. Definitely looks like a woman to me. As we continue on our journey to find out what does China call KFC, we arrive to one that's a little bit more funny. On a lighter note, XMD seems to have just taken Colonel Sanders' face and put some different type eyes on it. When you look at it, I'm sure you'll laugh a little bit, but judging by the look on this mascot's face, expect your chicken to be more than just a little spicy. You may be surprised to see that in China there's quite a few of these not so KFC establishments, like this one, where they decided to drop the mascot altogether, throw creativity to the side, and just swap around the letters. While we at Cool Array are not so sure that this location will fool you, we decided to add it to the list anyway, because I mean, why not? And now we arrive at the location that is definitely my favorite of them all. What do you get when you cross out Colonel Sanders and add America's first black president? OFC, which in this case stands for Obama Fried Chicken. Now this one, I would say, was definitely done for Western America. I mean, even though you know going in that this is not the Colonel, who can resist the presidential's three-piece spicy? Especially once you step inside and realize the tagline, transferred from Chinese to English, reads, "We're so cool, aren't we?" Well, apparently the real KFC didn't think so. So after a little back and forth, this establishment decided to change their name to UFO. I wonder if that name change came with a dessert change from apple pies to moon pies. And for our final stop today, we go to Nepal, where crispy, crunchy fried chicken might also catch you for a minute, being as their entire look, from the uniforms that their employees wear, to the electronic menu boards, which features food that us Westerners know all too well, to the red and white decor, KKFC looks the most like an original Kentucky Fried Chicken. Although they also ditched the mascot and decided to use a chicken for theirs. Looking at their serving containers, KKFC seems to be the ones that have gotten it right. Good job, Nepal. That's all for today on Cool Array. Be sure to leave in the comments which location you thought was the coolest. If you enjoyed today's video on what to call KFC in China, be sure to let us know by leaving a like. To see more cool content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, ring that notification bell to be sure that you're among the first to know when we drop something cool. That's it today at Cool Array. Till next time.